When many people think about rich Kenyans, they often imagine politicians, famous business people, or families that inherited wealth. While inheritance plays a role for some, many wealthy Kenyans built their fortunes through years of business, investment, and ownership of valuable assets. The truth is that wealth in Kenya usually comes from owning things that continue producing money over time. These may include businesses, buildings, land, farms, or shares. The richest people rarely depend on one salary. They usually have several streams of income working for them every day. One important thing to understand is that wealth in Kenya grows slowly for most people. Many rich individuals did not become wealthy overnight. Some started small and expanded over many years. Others began with family support, but still had to manage and grow what they received. In most cases, their wealth comes from owning businesses that solve everyday problems. These businesses may be in transport, farming, real estate, manufacturing, technology, or trade. Business ownership remains the largest source of wealth among rich Kenyans. Many wealthy people own companies that operate across the country. Some own factories that make food, drinks, construction materials, furniture, or household goods. Others own supermarkets, schools, hospitals, hotels, or transport companies. These businesses earn money daily from customers. A factory making packaged food may earn millions of Kenya shillings every month. The owner benefits from all those sales, especially when the business has been running for many years. A good example is the manufacturing sector. Products such as cement, steel, cooking oil, soap, and bottled drinks are used by millions of people. A company that supplies these items nationwide can generate huge profits. The owners may not even be seen in public often, but their companies are constantly making money. Some rich families in Kenya became wealthy because they control manufacturing businesses that have operated for decades. They expanded gradually and reinvested their profits to grow further. Real estate is another major source of wealth. Land has made many people rich in Kenya. People who bought land in Nairobi, Kiambu, Machakos, Kajiado, Nakuru, or Mombasa years ago have seen huge increases in value. A plot bought for 200,000 Kenya shillings many years ago in an upcoming area may now be worth 5 million Kenya shillings or more. The land itself creates wealth simply because demand increased over time. Apart from selling land, many wealthy people develop it into buildings. Rental apartments, office blocks, shopping centers, warehouses, and hostels produce monthly income. A commercial building in Nairobi can earn over 1 million Kenya shillings every month. Some wealthy people own several such buildings. This means they receive millions each month without needing to work a regular job. Real estate gives both rental income and long-term appreciation. In places such as Westlands, Kilimani, Upper Hill, and Karen, property ownership is especially valuable. Wealthy Kenyans often own land in these areas because businesses and housing demand remain high. Many also buy land outside major towns where future growth is expected. They hold it for years, then sell when prices rise. This strategy has created many millionaires. Patience is key because land may take years before giving large returns. Agriculture also creates significant wealth. This surprises many people because farming is often associated with small-scale rural life. However, large-scale farming is highly profitable. Wealthy individuals own dairy farms, tea estates, coffee farms, avocado orchards, and flower farms. They use modern technology and sell in both local and international markets. For example, a large dairy farm with hundreds of cows can produce thousands of liters of milk daily. That milk is sold to processors or directly to markets. A successful dairy operation may generate hundreds of thousands of Kenya shillings every month. Wealthy farmers also invest in value addition. Instead of selling raw milk, they may process it into yogurt, cheese, or packaged milk. This increases profits. Avocado farming has become another important source of wealth. Kenya exports avocados to Europe, the Middle East, and Asia. Large farms can earn millions each season. Wealthy investors buy land, plant thousands of trees, and wait several years for full production. Once mature, the farm becomes a long-term source of income. Similar opportunities exist in macadamia, coffee, and tea. Another way rich Kenyans make money is through shares. The Nairobi Securities Exchange allows people to own parts of companies. Wealthy investors buy shares in banks, telecommunications companies, energy firms, and manufacturers. They earn through dividends and increases in share prices. Dividends are payments made to shareholders from company profits. A person who owns many shares in a profitable company can receive millions of Kenya shillings annually. Some investors have held shares for decades. They bought when prices were low and benefited as companies expanded. Shares also provide passive income because the investor does not need to manage daily operations. The company continues operating and the shareholder receives returns. Treasury bonds are increasingly popular among wealthy Kenyans. These are government-issued investment products. Investors lend money to the government and receive interest. Treasury bonds are attractive because they are considered safer than many businesses. Wealthy people use them to protect capital while earning regular income. For instance, investing 50 million Kenya shillings in treasury bonds can produce several million Kenya shillings in interest each year. This provides reliable income. Many business owners keep part of their wealth in bonds while using the rest in businesses. This balances risk. When business slows, the bond income continues. Import and export businesses also create wealth. Kenya imports many products, including electronics, machinery, vehicles, clothing, and household goods. Business people who control supply chains earn large profits. They buy products from countries such as China, India, and the United Arab Emirates, then sell locally. Since demand remains high, the businesses continue growing. Some importers specialize in construction materials, while others focus on electronics or industrial equipment. Large importers often supply wholesalers across the country. Because they buy in bulk, they access lower prices and higher profits. This makes importation a major source of wealth. Exporting is also profitable. Kenya exports tea, coffee, flowers, vegetables, and fruits. Wealthy entrepreneurs who control export businesses earn foreign income. Since international buyers often pay in stronger currencies, profits can be high. Export businesses also benefit from global demand, especially for quality agricultural products. Technology is becoming a new source of wealth. Wealthy Kenyans are increasingly investing in digital businesses. These include mobile applications, software companies, online services, payment systems, and internet platforms. Technology businesses often require less physical infrastructure compared to traditional businesses. This allows faster growth. Some entrepreneurs build technology companies and later sell them to larger firms. Others earn from subscriptions, advertising, or transaction fees. Digital businesses can reach customers across Kenya and beyond. This means they can scale quickly. As internet use grows, more wealthy individuals are entering the technology sector. Transport is another major source of wealth. Many rich Kenyans own fleets of trucks, buses, taxis, or logistics companies. Transport supports trade, construction, and agriculture. Goods need to move from ports, factories, farms, and warehouses to markets. Owners of transport companies earn by charging for these services. A fleet of 10 trucks can generate significant monthly income. Some investors own dozens or hundreds. They transport fuel, building materials, food, and imported goods. Logistics companies are especially profitable because demand remains constant. As trade expands, transport businesses continue growing. Hospitality also creates wealth. Hotels, resorts, restaurants, and event venues attract both local and international customers. Wealthy investors often own hotels in Nairobi, Mombasa, Naivasha, and tourist regions. Tourism supports these businesses. Hotel owners earn from accommodation, food, conferences, and events. A successful hotel can earn millions of Kenya shillings every month. The same applies to large restaurants in prime locations. Wealthy individuals may own several properties under one brand. This creates a steady income stream while building valuable assets. Private schools and universities also generate wealth. Education remains a strong investment because parents are willing to pay for quality learning. Wealthy people establish private schools offering modern facilities. Fees can be substantial, especially in urban areas. When a school has many students, the income becomes very significant. Healthcare is similar. Private hospitals, clinics, and pharmacies are profitable because healthcare demand is constant. Investors in healthcare benefit from population growth and increasing urbanization. Some wealthy families own chains of clinics and pharmacies serving many towns. One important reason rich Kenyans stay wealthy is reinvestment. Instead of spending all their profits, they buy more assets. A person who earns 1 million Kenya shillings from rent may use part of it to buy another plot. A business owner may expand operations by buying more machines. Over time, the income multiplies. This reinvestment creates compounding growth. Wealth increases faster because profits generate additional profits. Many ordinary people spend income immediately. Wealthy people often direct large portions into investments. This discipline makes a huge difference over decades. Networks also matter. Rich Kenyans often have strong business connections. They know suppliers, investors, lawyers, and financial institutions. These relationships create opportunities. Someone may learn about valuable land before others. Another may partner in a profitable venture. Networking opens doors that are not always visible to the public. Family businesses are also common. Some wealthy families pass businesses from one generation to another. Children grow up learning how the business works. They inherit both assets and knowledge. This makes it easier to preserve wealth. However, maintaining family businesses still requires skill because poor management can destroy wealth. Some self-made wealthy Kenyans began with small businesses. A person may start with one kiosk, one truck, or one shop. Through savings and reinvestment, the business expands. Over 20 or 30 years, it becomes a large enterprise. This shows that long-term focus matters more than quick success. Many wealthy people avoid showing their full wealth. Some live modestly while owning large assets. They understand that real wealth is not always visible. Someone may drive an ordinary vehicle, but own rental buildings worth hundreds of millions of Kenya shillings. Others may operate quietly in farming or manufacturing, while earning huge profits. Another lesson is that rich Kenyans often separate personal spending from business money. They protect their capital. Even when they earn large profits, they keep businesses funded. This helps them survive economic changes. Businesses that keep cash reserves can continue during difficult times. Some wealthy individuals also earn through partnerships. They invest in businesses started by others. This may include financing a construction project, joining an agricultural venture, or buying shares in a private company. Partnerships spread risk and create more opportunities. Investors benefit from other people's expertise while sharing profits. The rise of online business has created new opportunities. Wealthy Kenyans invest in e-commerce, digital marketing, online education, and financial technology. These sectors continue expanding. As more people use smartphones and online payments, digital businesses become more profitable. Some investors are buying stakes in startups early, hoping they will grow significantly. Ordinary Kenyans can learn several lessons from how rich people make money. The first is to focus on assets rather than only salary. A salary helps with daily life, but assets create long-term security. The second lesson is patience. Most wealth grows over years, not weeks. The third is reinvestment. Using profits to buy more assets increases future income. Starting small is possible. A person can begin with 5,000 Kenya shillings, 10,000 Kenya shillings, or 50,000 Kenya shillings. The amount matters less than the habit of building assets. For example, someone can start a small business, save profits, and later buy land or expand operations. Over time, wealth grows. The biggest difference between wealthy and ordinary people is often mindset. Wealthy individuals think about ownership. They ask how to own businesses, land, or investments. Many others focus only on earning wages. Ownership gives control over income. It allows money to continue flowing even without daily labor. Kenya's richest individuals usually combine several strategies. They may own businesses, property, shares, farms, and bonds all at once. This diversification protects them from risk. If one sector performs poorly, another continues generating income. This approach keeps wealth stable. As the economy changes, wealthy Kenyans continue adapting. They move money into new opportunities such as technology, renewable energy, healthcare, and international investments. They follow market trends and invest where future demand is expected. This flexibility helps preserve and grow wealth. The truth is that becoming rich in Kenya is not about luck alone. It usually involves ownership, patience, planning, and reinvestment. Rich people build systems that continue earning. Businesses sell products daily. Buildings collect rent monthly. Farms produce every season. Shares pay dividends. Bonds generate interest. These streams combine to create lasting wealth. Anyone can apply the same principles at a smaller level. The starting point may be simple, but the strategy matters. Building assets consistently can change financial outcomes. Whether someone starts with a small business, a plot of land, farming, or shares, The key is to think long-term and allow investments to grow. That is how many rich Kenyans built their wealth, and that is why they continue becoming richer over time.